Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again. You should already know right now, baby. This is going to be an interesting one. Instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, subscribe, notify. Do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the Good Doc's content. Now, I have had more than my fair share of people who follow my channel asked me about this particular young lady known as Miss Apple Hernandez. Now, on the screen before you, you see her channel name here. She has a fair amount of subscribers, great numbers, 8,000 subscribers. And she has been striking up a lot of controversy as of late within the Philippine foreign vlogger community. And with all the questions, I kind of felt like instead of answering it to each individual, one person at a time about feelings and opinions about the situation at large, I have opted to make today's video for you guys. All right, first things first, let me see. Is it up here? Let me see. This video right here. All right, her video on her main page. I'm going to tell you right now, before I start this, let me make sure that I say this to you guys. Under no circumstances is this video going to be made to commend and defend, nor is it going to be here to advocate for any party or anybody's name who is mentioned in this video. Okay? I'm not here to condone what's been done. I'm not here to defend the people she may have issues with. I am just here to give you an analysis and provide some objective reasoning as to why things may be going the direction that they are. And I hope you guys are able to stay locked in. All right, so first things first. I watched this video in silence. I don't need to hear anything. First things first, in my opinion alone, this may not be the popular opinion, but I think Apple Hernandez is a very attractive young lady, okay? I believe she's a very, very attractive young lady. Like, for real, for real. Like, I think she's very attractive. But I do believe that the way in which some of the videos she has put out or the way it's being conducted or things that have been said, I think it may have a negative effect on how people feel about her. So this is just me looking at the channel for the first time, guys. I haven't been here yet until people have mentioned the name and telling you guys how I feel about it. Okay, now you look at the videos, right? Let's go to the videos because this is where things start to get a little interesting, okay? So you look at the videos and you see the names of the individuals that she has made videos about, all right? And you see them on the screen and you should know who they are. If you go to the page, you'll see them. She has taken shots at quite a few different people, okay? She has taken shots at quite a few foreign vloggers in the Philippines. Now, for me, I believe that if you really want to understand where all this is coming from, you have to understand the why. You have to think about, why is she doing this? Why does she have this opinion about foreign vloggers? Why is she saying the things that she says? And this is where the Good Doc is going to try to use his understanding of YouTube and time spent on the, making content and how this situation actually works to kind of give you guys a quick explanation of what I think. This is just an opinion alone. This is not saying that this is exactly how she feels and this is what she's doing, but this is just my opinion alone. Okay. First things first, the vloggers that she's attacking have great numbers. Let's make sure we note that first. They do good numbers. They have high subscriber counts. A lot of people follow the YouTubers that she has opted to take issue with. So if you think of it from the fact of she's just going after these foreigners, this is just an opinion. I'm not saying this is what she's doing. But if you think of it and you're like, oh, she's only going after these guys because they have high subscriber counts and all of the above, and she doesn't like what they're doing on their channels, and she takes issue with how they conduct, having women on their channel or using women to promote their channels or saying things and staying in the Philippines and trying to come up and scam in the Philippines. If she feels that way, she's going to make videos about these guys. If she feels that that she doesn't like the way that they're treating the women that they're with, you can expect her to have an opinion about it. All right. But there was one video, and I want to say this because I remember it like it was yesterday, because my boy sent me an email and he wanted me to watch this video all the way through. So I scanned through it, and at a particular part in this video, she said something, and this was not verbatim. In the video, she said, "You would not ask a Filipina about the United States, So why would you ask a foreigner about the Philippines? Again, that is just the general essence of what she was saying in this particular quote in this video. And when I saw it, I knew where she was coming from when she said it, but I kind of felt as though she may have kind of not necessarily kind of understood the concept of like foreign bloggers and how it works. Like, I can understand you wouldn't ask a Filipino about the United States, you would ask somebody from the United States. So you wouldn't ask a foreigner about the Philippines, you would ask somebody from the Philippines. I understand the concept, but if my audience, and my audience is particularly foreign men that are interested in coming to the Philippines for the first time, I kind of feel that they would want to know what the Philippines is like from a foreign perspective, right? So they're going to come to me or to the other YouTube vloggers and they're going to be like, well, this guy makes content about the Philippines. He resembles me. He looks like me. You know, shit, maybe he can give me some good information. So, for example, me being a black guy that has been in the Philippines and lived in the Philippines, right? I'm black. I've been in the Philippines. So they're going to come to me and say, okay, what is it like to be a black guy in the Philippines? I don't believe a Filipino can actually answer that question because they're not living it. They're objectively able to give you an opinion on what they believe it to be like to be a black person in the Philippines. But unless you're really a black American or African American or African or in general, living in the Philippines or having experienced the Philippines, somebody who is from these other countries are not going to be able to relate to a Filipino's version of what they believe to be accurate as opposed to somebody who's actually living it. So if you want to know what it's like to be a Filipino in the United States, then you would go ask a Filipino about their life and their experiences in the United States. So when I read that, I was like, I understood, but I was like, you kind of want to get your information from a foreigner that's living the life in the Philippines. So that's why a foreigner would ask another foreigner about a life experience in the Philippines from a foreign perspective, you know? But if she's taking precedence on, like, you know, you exploiting women in your videos and stuff like that, which she could be taking, you know, and being like that, then she actually is going to attack you the way she wants to. There's plenty of attack channels, but whenever it comes down to it, you got to understand the why. And if you think about it, the first why may be, well, she just doesn't like the way these guys are conducting their channels, and everybody's entitled to an opinion. You have to understand, people are going to spit out opinions about you time and time again. They're going to love you or they're going to hate you. There's no in between. And they're going to troll you or they're not going to troll you. There's no in between. All right, they're going to fuck with you or they're not going to fuck with you. There's no in between. So when I see her making videos about other foreigners and stuff, maybe it's because she's taking issue with something that they've done in a video that they don't like, that she doesn't like. Now, on the flip side, she could be doing it for the revenue. For the revenue. Hey, man, these videos make money. All right. Last videos, let's see. She gets 2.7, 4.8 thousand, 2.2, 1.2, 2K views, 1.9, 2.4. Whenever she's mentioning other foreigners' names, she gets great numbers. So it could be a money-making tactic. Now, if you understand the why, and you know for a fact that it could be simply because she's trying to come up off of your name or trying to get paid off of your name, what you gonna do about it? I mean, literally, you can go back and forth with her if you want to, but you're never going to win. The more you talk about her, the more views she's going to get. The more she talks about you, the more views she's likely to get. And the reason she's going to get views is it's going to come from three different places. People who like you, people who hate you, or people who just want to be a part of the controversy and the bullshit. Three people are going to show up. Those who defend you, those who don't like you and like the way that she's coming at you, and the people who just want to sit there and sit back, relax, enjoy their popcorn, and enjoy the show. If that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, there is no W. I mean, I'm sorry, I should say there's going to be a win for her on all parts. Now, you could choose to come back at her if you want to. You could choose to ignore her if you want to. But if she's going to make these videos, she's going to continue to make these videos if she wants to, because she knows that she's going to get paid from it. And that's the second why. So when I tell you guys that you have to understand the why, that's what I mean. You have to understand, why is she making these videos about you? Did you do something that she may not have found to be appeasing? and sometimes she's attacking some of the credibility of some of these guys. Or is she doing it because you guys have good numbers, good subscriber count? Let me mention your name. Let me talk about you a little bit. I could put a little bit of money in my pocket. Either way, what's it? What I mean, really, what do you expect to get out of it? I mean, you have to be able to sit there and take it if you're a YouTube content creator, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a small guy. 5,000 subs, man. I'm too small for a lot of people to fuck with. Because there's nothing you can gain from coming at me. You feel me? There's not much you can gain from coming at me. And again, I try not to, when I come through on YouTube, I try to put the best content that I possibly can forward. Now, again, if she's not happy with the way that people are exploiting or utilizing women in their video, of course she's going to have something to say. You just have to expect that stuff. Comes with the territory, ladies and gentlemen. But you can't be up in arms with it every time your name is mentioned. I used to tell people all the time back in the day, I think there was once upon a time that somebody actually tried to troll me. And I told them straight up, I said, keep saying my name. Hell, and say it 3 times. Say it 3 times, say it 4 times, say it 10 times. Because every time you say my name, you're just going to bring somebody to my channel. Whether they like me or not, what are they going to do? Leave comments in the comment section. Maybe they say some disrespectful stuff. Maybe they say, well, maybe Doc isn't really that bad after all. So if somebody going to say your name, just have them keep saying your name. Like Destiny's Child, say my name, say my name. Yo, keep saying it. Because it's only going to benefit you in the long run. Real talk, man. What do most people do anyways? If the comments that they leave on videos is something you don't like as a content creator, you have every right to delete the comment. Or it'll be held for review before you can approve it. So if you don't like the comment, you can always get rid of the comment. So it's never really a lose-lose, is it? As long as somebody's talking about you, I say just milk it, man. Fuck it. There's not too much that can come out of it in a negative way. People are always going to have an opinion about you and your situation. It's life, gentlemen. People are always going to have something to say. If you give into it and you go back and forth, I believe that it benefits the person which came at you first. You ignore it, she'll continue to make the videos that she wants to. You just have to accept it. You have to accept it. So it's a money-making tactic, or it's her view of something you did that she did not approve of. And she's sharing in her opinion. How you choose to react to it, bahala ka. It's up to you. I say don't read too much into it personally. I would tell you straight, read too much into it personally. I wouldn't read too much into it personally. I mean, because it's like you don't personally know me, right? So how can I get mad at you for sharing an opinion if you don't personally know me? Like, you're not in my daily life. You know what I'm saying? The way that I come off on YouTube or something, or the way that I present myself on YouTube or something like that, you meet me offline, it could be a different situation. You understand? So you can't take it personal if a person doesn't personally know you. That's the way I feel. If they don't personally know your life or anything like that, that's just a person sharing an opinion. And again, you can never argue with opinion. I tell people this all the time. You can't argue with a person's opinion about you. You'll never win. They're not basing anything on factual information unless they got your papers. They're not basing anything on factual information. So imagine if I sit there and say that YouTuber sucks because he's doing this with all these girls and he's doing this and that and the other. That's just my opinion from what I'm seeing. Doesn't necessarily mean it's true. It's just, well, I don't like the way he's doing something, so I'm going to say something about it. Honestly, as a content creator, you have to be able to accept criticism, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. You have to live and die by your content. You have to understand that some of the things you put out, people ain't going to like. You have to understand that some of the things you put out, people going to shit on. They're going to hate it. They're going to have their opinions about it, but you move on. That's the best thing I can say. You got to move on, because people are going to continue to attack you if they know that it bothers you. They're going to continuously come at you if you know that it bothers you. And if they know that it makes money, they're still going to keep coming at you. Eventually, when it's no longer profitable, they'll go to somebody else. And I'm not saying that that's what this young lady's doing. Again, this is just an opinion. Outside looking in. I don't know her personally, so I cannot share in an opinion about this individual and her personal life. I don't know her personally, so I do not have the right to share personal information about somebody that I don't know personally. All right? But again, you ask me, look, I think she's very attractive. And I believe that brings a lot of eyes to your YouTube channel, baby girl. You look good. It's a good-looking girl talking about another Ford vlogger. Come on, man. It's a recipe for good shit. For traffic, I should say. I should say good shit, but it's a recipe for good conversation. It's a recipe to bring people to the channel. Believe you me, homie. Believe you me. Pretty face, scandalous, controversy types of topics. Recipe for success, if you ask me. And I'm pretty sure she does damn well with the numbers. Now, there's always been the question of whether her channel would survive if she wasn't talking about other people. Yeah, she would still do fine. But the thing is, the energy that you start with is the energy that you have to keep. So the way that I see it is, if you're a channel that has started by mentioning other foreign vloggers and stuff, that's the reason people came to you. So whether you want to get off of these topics or not, it's almost impossible now because people have started watching you simply because of how you started. You came into this with the energy of talking about other people, if that's the way you started. And now all of a sudden, people are going to continue to come back to you as long as you keep saying these things. But the minute that you stop talking about other people, chances are the numbers aren't going to be the same. Because the reason they came around in the first place is because you were, having the conversations about foreigners that they liked, foreigners that they disliked, or, people who just wanted to show up for the nonsense and the fuckery. So how this plays out, ladies and gentlemen, I have absolutely no idea. Her why, I don't know her why. For the money, because she takes issue. Sometimes it could be both. Shit. Maybe she take issue. She knows that it's going to, bring eyes and traffic to the channel. Fuck it, man. Win for her. You understand? And then I'm going to tell you the truth because this is the way it always works, guys. I love females, but you guys know, man, we can't be out here attacking females, man. You don't want anybody crying wolf. You don't want anybody, oh, he's attacking me. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's always going to be win-win, man, because you can't come after a female even if you wanted to. You ain't going to win those battles. You can't be a man coming after a woman. You just can't. You can take your quick jabs and your shots and shit, and a lot of people will take the jabs as they need to, but you can't fully come after and do the full court press because you're not going to win those battles. Oh, man, how are you going to come after a woman? All she was doing was sharing an opinion about you. You come after her for sharing an opinion. Best thing you can do is share an opinion back. That's pretty much the only W you can expect from this. You have an opinion, you share it. You don't like it, you share it. Share it back. Whatever it is, that's your win-win right there. So I hope this video sheds some light into the mindset of how I think about the situation, how I analyze the situation. Again, I am not making this video to defend or commend. I am not making this video to advocate for the people that she's coming after. This is just a foreigner sharing an objective opinion about the situation. That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. That is pretty much all that I had to say. So if you guys did enjoy this video in any capacity, I appreciate you guys dropping a like. I appreciate you guys showing love. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this video sheds some light. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm just a guy who just wants to share an opinion because I've had too many questions about it myself. Like when you ask enough questions, if I have enough people asking me the same question, I feel like I have to take a moment to at least address it. And this is me addressing it. Know your why. Okay. Once you know the why, you'll understand people's motives. You have to analyze the whys. Look at the situation as it stands. It's not as if it's one particular individual. It's 3, 4, close to 5 different foreign vloggers that she has chosen to take issue with. So it's not just you specifically. It's not based on race. It's not a black or a white thing. She's going after anybody that I believe she doesn't necessarily like, or she's taking issue with something that they said. And again, you have to understand these YouTubers have good subscriber counts. Trust me, you go after the ones with good subscriber counts. I put my word on it. You're going to get views. Those views will come. just because of three reasons: people who are showing up for the fuckery, people who are showing up to defend the person that they like, or people showing up to defend you or to share, how can I say this, or to, you know, share in the like of you coming after that particular person, you know? So this has been a good doc, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. If you did, subscribe, like, notify, all the good things, description box below, man. This has been a good doc. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed. Doc is officially out, at least nako paalam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.